Shalom, shalom, Yasharallah. First and foremost, I'm going to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching the 100% truth, Wa Barakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. All right, and it's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. And in this quick lesson, man, we're just gonna get into basically this quote that brother put in the chat, and it sparked me to basically make this lesson. And I'm gonna read it. It says, "Stay in the spirit. The enemy wants you to react in the flesh." All right, and literally the first thing I thought about, I was thinking about Galatians, and we're gonna go ahead and get into that. Galatians chapter 5. In verse 16, it says, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. All right? What is you walking in the spirit, man? All right? Doing the things that sow more into the spirit. Reading, you studying, sending up prayers, being more around the brothers, things that sow more and more to the spirit, that builds your spirit up more. And guess what it says? And ye shall not fulfill the lust of your flesh. All right. Because if you're doing nothing but, bullshit all day, then guess what? You're going to be more bound to go off than if you was studying. All right. Or even just listening to videos, or even being around the brothers. All right. Because, when you're in the spirit, man, you could really focus in more on being on the spirit, man. You could do better for the Lord. Hell, you feel better. All right. But now if you're just showing things of the flesh, which is, just basically just doing whatever you want, whether, which is things that's not showing to the spirit, just playing the game, being on Instagram all day. All right. Stuff like that. Just like, man, it's not gonna do nothing for you. I'm going to read on down. This is Galatians chapter 5 and verse 17. It says, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, man. All right, that's Romans chapter 7 all day, man. All right, you could literally read within like the last couple verses of that. It goes into like how there's a war. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and get it because I don't even want to butcher it. I'm going to go ahead and just get it since I quoted it real quick. So, all right, here it goes. This is Romans chapter 7, verse 23. It says, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. All right, that's the spirit and the flesh. Right. You're constantly fighting the flesh daily. All right, you're always fighting the flesh, man, because what the flesh wants to do what it wants to do. All right, well, the spirit wants to do what is right. All right, and we're going to go back to Galatians 5, and it's going to explain the things that will come out of the flesh. All right, but I'm going to go back to Galatians chapter 5, verse 17. It says, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Right? Oh man, that's I gotta quote again. That's Romans 7, man. Romans 7. Right? The Apostle Paul goes into how the things that he want to do, he don't end up doing, but the things he ended up doing, he did not want to do. Which is the spirit lusting against the flesh lusting against the spirit. Right? So because they're completely opposites. Right? I'm glad that they said that. But reading on down verse 18, it says, but if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, sedition, heresies. And it's really a lot. It goes all the way. Well, I'm at verse 20. It goes all the way down to what? It goes all the way down to 21. All right. And honestly, and you just from the things you heard what I said, adultery, fornication, uncleanness, right? Lavishness, right? It's just nothing but wickedness in other words. Right? If you want, and you could read it on your own time. I recommend it. It's a lot that comes in that it says. But I'm gonna jump down to verse 22 because there's the fruits of the spirit, right? What happens with you when you sow more into the spirit? Galatians chapter 5 verse 22 says, "But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. And they that are Mashiachs have crucified the flesh with the affections and lust." All right, so the ones that are following Yahweh Bashem Shah, in other words, that are his, man, in other words, man, they're gonna defeat this flesh in the end, right? Yes, though we fall many times, but guess what? We're gonna get back up and continue to serve and hope in Yahweh Bashem Shah. All right, so continue to feed the spirit more. Really talking to myself first and foremost, right? I can always feed the spirit more, be in the spirit more, right? Because the only thing it's going to do is going to help you. It's going to help you through your journey, your path, your walk, right? We all can testify that, man. When we fear the Lord is on point. We've been studying, we've been reading, we've been making our lessons, we've been being brotherly, we've been doing all the things to sow the spirit, bro. You feel good, you feel good. But when you mess up and you're not on it like you should be, hell, you'll be lower in the spirit, man. And I'm just speaking from personal experience, and brothers can testify to that. Like, bro, you'll be lower in the spirit, man. You don't feel like doing nothing really, right? Hell, same will hop on you, man. You don't want to be around the brothers now. That's the answer to go around the brothers because it'll sow more to the spirit. That's Satan won't. You want to react to that flesh. But let's continue on, I'm going to get this. What I want to get first. You know what? I'm going to just get Luke first. Nah, Salaki. I'm going to get Ephesians. This is Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11. It says, "Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devils." The devil. All right? So put on that whole armor. Right, the breastplate of flesh, the helmet of salvation. Right, gird your feet with the truth. Spiritually meaning though. All right, because this is a spiritual war which is going to go into, and it says that in 11 says that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, which is what? Trickery. Wiles goes into trickery. The trickery is of the devil. What Satan gonna try to throw at you? But I'm going to read verse 12 says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places," man. So it's a spiritual battle. All right. And what better thing you can do is sow more to the spirit. Equipping yourself more and more in the spirit. All right. Growing your faith, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Being more charitable. What better way? What better way you can grow more in the spirit than doing that, right? Because if you're not doing these things, guess what? You're doing something. So you fulfilling the lust of the flesh. And of course, just throwing this out there, we're not gonna, got to make sure let this be known that we're not gonna, we're not gonna be in the spirit 100% of the time, right? That's why the Lord put us in the flesh. All right, we're going to go off, right? But we can always try to do it more. All right. Hell, for brothers that have been in for just for a little bit, you're already doing it more now, right? So we can always do more and more and more. Proverbs chapter 4, the just shineth more and more until the perfect day. So you got to be growing somehow. So you sow into the spirit more and more. All right, make yourself more and more equipped to fight against Satan. Fighting this flesh, man. Trying not to fulfill the lust of this flesh on a daily basis. But all right, I'm continue on. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." Oh, so like I already read that, I'm tripping. But yeah, man, that was the point. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, man. It's not a physical carnal battle. It's a spiritual battle, right? It's a spiritual battle. Just keep that in mind, right? So, I got one more. This is Luke chapter 22 and verse 31. It says, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. Right? And why does Satan desire to have Simon? Right? Simon Peter, right? The rock of the church. Why does he desire to have him? Because he's a servant of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Right? He that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. Right? And that's what, what we done for you sincere brothers and you few sincere sisters. Right? You departed from this world. Right? And you start serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Guess what? Now you got a target on your back from Satan. Why do you think we catch more hell than the average person? Right? We catch more hell than the average 2/3. Why? Because we departed from evil. Right? And with that, man, saying like, he's trying to get us back in line, but it's not working. Right? So it's important, especially now, to sow more and more into the spirit. Because you can't never go wrong with sowing more into the spirit. I'm just speaking from personal experience, The times that I was fearing the Lord, like for real, I was on it, bro. I felt the best. I feel like I could ask the Lord for anything. But the times when I'm not, bro, man, oh my gosh, I felt so terrible. I barely wanted to be around anybody. Stuff like that, man. It's just like, man, Satan was having a party with me. Put it like that. And I'm pretty sure you brothers can testify. But I'm gonna go back to this quote and read it again. It says, "Stay in the spirit. The enemy wants you to react in the flesh." Right? Why? Because the flesh, what comes out the flesh? I already got it in Galatians chapter 5. Nothing but wickedness. But anyways, man, Lord willing, y'all was edified. Continue to sow more and more into the spirit, especially now, because it's really going to help. All right. But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I made it all by saying, Call Hullah, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until next time I say, Shalom, Yesharallah.